Hi and welcome to another Escape from Tarkov guide. This time around I'm going with something new. Postmortem series that will focus on mistakes I made during firefights, and as the title suggests, it didn't end too well for my PMC. I will suffer so you guys can stay alive more. First episode will be about something that cost me my life very often, bad grenades usage. I will show you some clips with breakdowns to highlight some of the bad moves, and I will tell you what I would do differently given a second chance in that situation. So let's roll the first clip. Okay, so we are on interchange shooting power station and then end up in the worst possible situation. We are being crushed by a squad. There are multiple entrances and you can easily get overrun in such scenario. Best option for surviving this one is trying to kill somebody before all of them will regroup and push you at the same time. I heard at least 2 more players and it looks like they're going for a flank. My plan is to try to kill the player close to me before the other enemy will have enough time to finish his flank. I throw the nade through the doors to push him to my right. He should be outside now, so I go with CSGO flash. This should force him to go back to cover. Now he'll have to pick me again, guessing where I am, giving me a slight advantage in this confrontation. Not pretty, but it worked. Now the last player. He heard me healing and started closing the distance right away. I decided to go with the nade in this situation because he stopped for a second, so I thought he will go slow. Instead, he pushed me and I got locked in the nade throwing animation. I should also try to take some distance from him right away to make it a little easier for me to aim. Here is another example of going for the nade too fast. I got caught in the animation lock and was an easy target. He outplayed me because I was sure he will heal, but instead he YOLO pushed me and it worked. Next clip is about always respecting grenades. In this situation I had plenty of time to move away and I thought my cover protection is good enough. Well, it didn't work that well. This clip will showcase that you should always move right away as soon as your opponent knows your location. Again, I was greedy and tried to go for random nade kill and instead I was nuked from the orbit. And here is another situation where I should have moved right away after I notice I am against a squad. My enemy thrown the nade just after mine, so it blended very nicely and I didn't even realize I'm in danger. Here is another example of a greedy nade and additional mistake of not using painkiller right away. My leg was fractured, so I couldn't move fast enough to avoid my demise.
I'm done.
The next clip is about using your own nades to make your life harder. My opponent either heard me or it was a very lucky timing in his favor. I am badly hurt and I went for the closest cover. I am in a very bad spot right now. I tried to fend him away to buy some time to heal, but it's not looking good. It looks like he actually went for a flank or he had a teammate. Maybe the best play here was using painkiller and move to the right to find better place to heal. Also unlucky flashbang bouncing from the trash bags and it's game over. I tried to heal hoping for a miracle, but we all know how it's gonna end. Let's see jack shit, man. Here is a clip with another unlucky nade, putting me in a very bad spot. Sneaky beaky. So the first thing, I have got easily baited with jiggle picking and gave away my position. I know he will repick, so I go for cover right away. My turn for shoulder pick. Then I wait a bit in case he pushes or goes for nade and then go with wide pick. That was a close one. Ricochet from the visor saved my head. Now the big mistakes here was not raising the visor. Its protection was probably very low at that point and I couldn't see much because of that big crack in the middle. And then my old CSGO times lead me to my doom.
Oh my god, that failed nade, man.
Another big mistake was not running towards my enemy and just challenging him after that bad Nade Bounce. I was insanely lucky to not get shot in the back when sprinting for cover. And then my opponent moved and just pre-fire, so I just had no chance of surviving this confrontation. To summarize this video, here are mistakes you should avoid when playing with grenades. Try to not use them when opponent is very close. Always expect being pushed and make sure you have enough time to throw nade, and if you do so, do it from cover. Always respect grenades. If you hear one being thrown at you, make sure you are safe. Sprinting for cover right away is a good practice. Don't stay too long in one position when your opponent is aware of your location and have enough time to throw grenade, or you will be in uneasy pickings. Don't be too greedy with grenades. I know it's tempting to kill somebody without risking your life, but make sure you healed crucial wound or used painkiller before doing so. And the last tip, Tarkov is not CSGO. Grenades bounce in unpredictable ways sometimes, so that great nade that you envisioned in your head could work the other way around and put you in a very bad spot. Alright, I hope you like this one, and from now on you will be more responsible when using grenades. Thanks for watching and see you in raids. Okay.